My dear, now get near, not in a hurry or out of fear, but in a silence that allows you to hear eternity's song grazing the corners of your soul. I recognized you, I always have. I've leaned in to listen for the scream you never let out in the quiet moments between your sighs. Not become weary in that secret location under the surface where burdens have accumulated like heavy stones, not merely in your body. I am aware of the unanswered questions that persist, despite your best efforts to hide them under hectic schedules and diverted hours. What's causing my feelings? Why does it seem like there's a problem that I can't identify? Why does it seem like I'm becoming less of the person I used to be? My darling, these aren't just thoughts. The strain in the invisible world is beyond your wildest expectations, even if everything around you seems to remain the same. There's a reason why you've been experiencing stress in your soul, an explanation for the unexpected surges of uncertainty, the loss of tranquility, and the silent desire to abandon what you were once so certain of. If you are ready for miracles, type 111 and share this video to spread the word of God. Not by my hand, but by an enemy who shudders at what you have. An assignment was written. This opponent wants to change what I've written in your destiny, not only stop you. He aims to misrepresent, reflect, and imitate your calling so precisely that you won't even be aware of it until you're already on a course that wasn't intended for you. It has been difficult to think coherently. Because of this explains why. Ideas that don't sound like your own speech have been visiting your head. You may feel like you're battling yourself because of this, because you are in your place. The version of you that hell created is attempting to emerge. However, it's not because you failed. Rather, it's because you're about to become the person I always intended you to be. Additionally, darkness seeks to cloud the judgment, taint the intent, and persuade you to accept safety rather than give up. But pay attention, dear. This message, this particular moment, it is not a coincidence. Eternity is inscribed with it. Before you were ever created, this day was selected. I have longed for you to come at this exact moment with heavenly intensity. The stars remained motionless. The sky became silent. The angelic host hesitated. And I replied, now. Leaning forward, now is the time. Talk to my kid. You previously weren't prepared to hear some facts. Now, though, your spirit is now listening in a manner that was not possible prior to the breakdown. Compared to before the sorrow, your heart is gentler. Instead of ruining you, the weight of your struggles has made you more attentive. I'm exposing what has been concealed. Because of this, my child, walk boldly in faith and love with your super thanksgiving. Let the truth of my word reach those who long for the light. Join me in this divine mission to heal and uplift. Click on the Super Thanksgiving button and be enveloped in my grace now, and listen to this message further. Let me tell you something sacred. Your history was not a source of terror for the adversary. He's afraid you'll come out. You are being targeted for your destination rather than where you have been. Long before you ever realized it, he sensed the spark inside you. The rumors started early because of this. That's why your life was intertwined with patterns of despair. That's why you were devastated by situations that ought to have buoyed you. Because the plan has always been to mislead you before you get there. But the divine plan, the blueprint I created by hand, before stars were even born, it doesn't change. I have not broken my word to you. The scroll is still open. You are really standing right at the unveiling's entrance. The scroll is unfolding. Do you sense it? The change in the environment around you. You are not imagining that I'm pushing in there. Type 122. If you trust God's guidance in your life, the world sees just your fatigue, but I have ringed you with dazzling light. Even if your ideas seem confused, I have divinely illuminated your future actions. Your bewilderment does not scare me, youngster. I am the one who distinguishes between day and night. Even when you feel like you're too far gone, I unwind destiny like threads. So pay careful attention, because I'm about to reveal a holy secret. It's not that you're failing, rather it's that you're awakening. That has made your soul feel under assault. The opponent is aware of it as well. Someone has attempted to replace you with a fake reflection. It is not of me, yet it bears your voice, your image, and even some of your ambitions. Subtle delays, rational justifications, and silent capitulation are all spoken. When I summoned you to perseverance, it gave you comfort in lieu of bravery. It depicts consolation, and it moves ahead while you pause. You hesitated not because it's strong, but that's over now despite the pain. You remained even if it would have been simpler to go. You stayed. Additionally, this day is triggered. Since you remained, you are being exposed to a new world of insight. I never said this journey would be easy. I said it would last forever. I assured you that you would never have to face it alone. What has been taken will be returned, doubled and redeemed, I assure you. But you have to pay attention, kid. Don't turn around, avoid aligning with the voice that talks in a comfortable but delayed manner. You were meant for brightness. Don't accept the gloom. It's been difficult. I know sometimes it has seemed like your prayers have gone unanswered, but don't worry, I haven't gone away. Even angels desire to see what I have been constructing in the invisible world. The time has finally arrived to give it to you. On an old scroll your name is inscribed. It's not a work of fiction. It's not a desire. It is a heavenly document that documents your true self and the things I have called you to do in the world. That scroll has started to unseal. Youngster, regarding your future, heaven is not mute. Heaven is communicating at this very moment. It is the sound of the trumpet. They've spilled, the all mantle has come down. I now ask, are you going to get up after everything? Are you going to trust me again? Because I still have faith in you. I always have. Perhaps you doubted your strength. I didn't. You could have doubted your value. I didn't. You could have doubted your vocation. I didn't. And the adversary cannot erase what I have written, no matter how hard he tries. The conflict does not define you. The people that fought beside you define who you are. And I was always at your side. Now get closer. Give up trying to be someone you weren't supposed to be. Let go of the burdens that are not yours. Silence the voice that always tells you that you are insufficient. You are more than sufficient because I'm with you. And no power in hell can oppose you while I'm beside you. I'm giving you a call without warning. You're being called out of hiding. You are being called out of false rest. Simply surviving was never your purpose. You were destined to change countries. Type 333. If you are ready to receive God's blessings today, that explains why the conflict was so intense. The strain became intolerable as a result. Because of this, everything seemed gloomy, perplexing, and interminable. Now, however, the change has started. You're still here too. So allow me to make the announcement that heaven has been waiting for. You succeeded. You're not running late. You're not in the rear. You're still eligible. You're exactly on schedule. You were purified by the fire, not destroyed. You were anointed, not destroyed by the crushing. The quiet created a haven for you, rather than shattering you. What was lost is now being restored by me. Restoring your identity. Your voice is back. Your happiness is back. You have your eyesight back. There's more, much more. It's rekindling your mission. They are aligning with the individuals you are supposed to affect. The doors are opening, the sky is opening up. And at this sacred time I say, step forward, step ahead. Enter what has always been yours. No more waiting, no more misunderstandings. I will never longer accept anything less than my finest. This is the moment for which you were created, and heaven is in agreement. The hour has come. Put I receive it in the comments. If you think this message was for you, Show the sky that you agree. Allow the darkness to observe your position. And let your soul to start rising. Isaiah 61 says, "Arise. Shine, for the glory of the Lord rises upon you, and your light has come." Jeremiah 29:11, for the Lord says, "I know the plans I have for you." Romans 8:18, the splendor that will be revealed is worth more than the hardships of this day and age. Now, relax your spirit that has been straining at my feet. Place all of your regrets, anxieties, lost chances, and anything you wish you had done differently. For the years you roamed and the days you felt lost, I have not come to condemn you. What was dispersed I have come to collect. I've arrived to mend what was damaged. What seemed squandered I have come to repair. If you believe in miracles, type 444 and forward this video to 7 people who need faith. What was intended for you was attempted to be taken by the adversary. He attempted to turn the seasons that were meant for your development into ones that were delayed by putting fakes in your path. People decisions and chances that seem correct, but ultimately resulted in more emptiness. He attempted to redirect your confidence. However, he lost, because you're here standing, breathing still. I'm still listening. Furthermore, you are waking up under the bruises. You've always been who you are, not someone new. Now the layers of false identity, the obligations others put on you, the accusations that kept coming back to you, and the intense pain that made you wonder whether you were important or all coming off. To restore the genuine voice of your spirit, I am removing the pressure, the noise, and the confusion. To me, that sound is priceless. I can still feel how it felt to dream. For the first time, I recall how tender your heart was before disappointment hardened it, and I am restoring that tenderness, not as frailty, but as delicate power. You are no longer need to conceal not your inquiries, not your injuries, not even the bits you wish were missing from your tail. I don't feel guilty about you. Your reality doesn't make me cringe. When you disbelieve me, I don't back down. In reality, I drew nearer. As your trust faltered, your voice trailed off, and I drew closer. I chanted your name till your soul awoke, and the light in your eyes faded. You were not forgotten, my darling. They were keeping you safe. You weren't overlooked, you were getting ready. You weren't eliminated, you were changing. And now you've unconsciously been waiting for this time. Thunder doesn't bring it. It seems like a persistent whisper, a sense of security that clings to your chest and prevents you from returning to your previous state of security. I'm reminding you that it's time to go out, not in trying, not out of fear, however in trust. Because even if you can't see the whole image just yet, the parts are starting to fit together. I want to reiterate that no time has been wasted. Not a single cry, no postponement, and no night of loneliness. Every second has been collected by me. I've combined everything to create something more powerful than you could have ever dreamed. In the same way that a seed must be buried before it can sprout, you have experienced periods of solitude that have equipped you to bear burdens without breaking, to love without acting, and to ascend without arrogance. My light is carried by you, not partially, but completely. I now ask that you walk as if you have seen the face of the Father. Walk like someone who understands that they are selected, because my grace sustained them through all that attempted to stop them, not because they accomplished everything perfectly. Grace is not an emotion. When you are unable to raise yourself, a heavenly power will elevate you. You are now being lifted into a new world of purpose, power, and clarity by that same grace. To affirm your faith, type 555 and like this video. If you believe imitation is no longer an option, you don't need the version of yourself that adapted to live, the version of you that hid your suffering with performance, that surrendered to uncertainty, and that played small to satisfy others is vanishing. Because the real you is coming out, the real you with the compassion and might of heaven, the real you who was separated for this period of time, the real you who is able to hear my voice and react with trust rather than fear between what has been and what has to happen next. I see you standing in front of a threshold. Don't back down, make the move. You won't have to prove yourself to the next door. The favor of my hand, not the strength of your efforts, will cause them to open. You don't need to solve every problem. All you need to do is say yes. Yes to love without having to earn it. Yes to being noticed without acting. Yes to being selected without having to compete. Sure, even if you don't fully understand why you were hurt, you can still be healed. I will complete the task I started in you, and you will shine with the brightness I bestowed upon you. In the midst of turmoil you shall bear my calm. In misunderstanding you will express my truth. You will walk in a love that disarms fear and breaks bonds, because you know what it was like to go lost and then find your way back. You will reconstruct what was destroyed and carry others who feel forgotten. The day you return is today, to yourself as well as to me, the person I made, the one who follows the beat of heaven, the person who is aware of who they are, not due to praise, but rather to a love-based sense of self. Now take a breath, and let go of the dread. I've got you. You cannot be bound by the past. You will not be broken by the future. Holy ground is the present. I am waiting for you here. I am available to answer your inquiries. Yes, I am there in your trembling type 666. If you are ready for God's blessings to flow into your life, get up immediately, dear. Not in a hurry, not under duress. However, in confidence, it was always intended for you to walk in light. In you the light is now rising. Welcome back to your true self, your calling and your purpose in life. You're prepared, they see you. I own you, you haven't missed it either. You're on time. Please subscribe to support our channel and turn on bell notification.